Hello and welcome to another video. Today's chapter is algebra. We're starting off with algebra. It's a relatively long topic and it's going to take me some time to do all the questions with you. All the topics as well. Okay, let's go through some definitions first. It says variables are usually letters which represent numbers and amounts that can change or be given different values. Okay, variables are x, y, and so on. Simplify means right in its simplest form. What that means is we're going to have to cancel out or add, subtract, depends on the question. Okay, solve usually means find a numerical value for a problem or an equation, and calculate means to find a numerical answer. Okay, when you're solving equations. Okay, this is just a precursor, and uh, let's see how much you already know. So this should become 5x, this should become y square, should become 6x, should become 4x, should become 2y, and 2x plus 3y, and this should become x. Okay, these are the things that are there. If you already know them, that's excellent. If you don't, we will talk about these as we go on. Okay, so let's talk about the language of algebra now. In algebra, terms are numbers and letters that are used to that are added or subtracted. For example, in 3x plus 5y, 3x and 5y are terms. 3x is a term in x, and 5y is a term in y. Okay, expressions are groups of terms that are to be added or subtracted. They do not have an equals to sign. This is very important because a lot of questions will say just simplify, and people end up finding out the value of x. Remember that that's not the idea. For expressions, you just have to simplify. Okay, the coefficient of a term is a number in front of it. For example, the coefficient of 3x is 3. Okay, remember that. Very important because coefficients are going to be added together. Like terms have the same letters. For example, 4x and 4z and 10z are like terms because they have the same letters and they have the same power as well. Okay, an equation has an equals to sign and can be solved. Note, never trying to turn an expression into an equation. That's what I've already warned you. And substitution is replacing an unknown variable by a number so that a formula or expression may be evaluated. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do in this chapter is showing you how to add or subtract terms. Remember that only like terms can be added or subtracted, which means that the power must be the same and the variable must be the same as well. Okay, so let's find out like terms. What are the like terms here? 3x and 2x are like terms. So 3x plus 2x gives me 5x. Similarly, minus 2y and plus 5y. So 5y minus 2y gives me plus 3y. I can't add any further because there are no like terms anymore. Okay, 6x squared doesn't have a like term, but 2x and 3x just get added, so x squared appears as it is, and those two get added. That's the only simplification I can do for you. Okay, 1 and 3, they're both constants. Anything without a variable is called a constant. Okay, so I have 4. Now, the arrangement of letters does not matter, and it's stated in the next part of the topic. So 6xy minus 5yx will give you 5xy. Okay, and then you have minus 5x, that should remain the same. It doesn't have to change. Minus 5x. Okay, let's look at the like terms. X square and 2x square, that gives me 3x square. X cube and 3x cube, that gives me 4x cube. Okay, the next part of the topic is multiplication and division in algebra. Let's start talking about that. This is C into A into B can be shortened to ABC. It is usual to write the letters in alphabetic order, but it is not wrong if you do not deal with the numbers first and then with the letters. Okay, so let's look at this. This is 3a into 4b into 6c into a. So let's multiply the numbers first. 3 into 4 and then 4 into 6. 12 into 6 is 72. Okay, so 72 a, b, and a square, b, and c. Okay, there are two a's. I didn't see that. Similarly, for this, 5 into 6 is 30, 30 into 4 is 120. Okay. For division, what I would encourage you to do is write this down first as this so that you can multiply and divide separately. Okay. Although these 3D is just getting divided, 5C is just getting divided by 3D. But writing this is also fine. We'll talk about this later. The D cancels out. So 30C over 3. So 3 and 10, 30 give you 10C. Okay. This is a typo. There shouldn't be a 2 here. So it's just x square y divided by x square y. If everything cancels out, you're left with 1. Remember this. A lot of you have this problem that you round this off to, you give this down to 0. When things cancel out in numerators and denominators, they don't go down to 0. They go down to 1. Similarly, 3 divided by 3x squared. 3 and 3 cancel out. That gives me 1 over x squared. Okay. Then working with directed numbers. Remember that directed numbers are the same as they were in earlier chapters. So this would give me 2a minus 3b minus 3a minus b and plus 6b. Okay. Then further, I have minus a and plus 5b as the final answer. Then you multiply minus 6 and minus 2, that gives you 12 and xy. Minus 6 minus 2y. I can't simplify this any further. This is the final answer. Why? Because there are no further like terms that can be added or subtracted. Okay, for brackets and expansions, we have a strategy and we'll talk about that. Okay, whenever you have brackets, remember that all terms outside the bracket multiply with terms inside the bracket. So this gives you 2c, and 2 into minus 1 will give you minus 2. Then 2 into 3a gives me 6a minus 8b plus 2c. If something is being added, subtracted, you do that, but in this case it won't. 5x into 6x gives me 30x squared plus 35xy. Then half of 12x plus 14. Okay, so you multiply it out first. 12x over 2, 14 over 2, 6 over 3, 6x plus 7 plus 2 minus 3x. Okay, all of these are cancelling out. I'm just adding them up later on. Okay, so 6x minus 3x gives me 3x plus 9. Okay, so more complicated brackets to multiply out. Let's look at that. Okay, so minus 4 into 2z gives me minus 8z, and then plus 4. Minus 4 into minus 1 gives me plus 4. And when just simply minus multiplies, it changes the signs. So minus a plus b and minus c. Now in this case, you might have terms adding together. So 5x minus 5y minus 2x minus 2y. Okay, this is going to give me a square b when a into ab is a square b minus abc. Then 6x plus 8y minus x. Okay, I've um, minus x and plus 2xy. Okay, I forgot to add this up. This gives me 3x and that gives me minus 7y. Addition, subtraction. I remember this here. 2xy. Xx minus x gives me 5x. And there's no further addition because there are no like terms. Okay, 6ab, 8ac minus 10a square. Now remember that 10a square minus 10a square is basically 0a square. So this boils down to 6ab plus 8ac. There are no like terms to be added anymore, so that's your final answer. Okay. Then what's added, subtracted, 6x square minus 9x square will give you minus 3x square minus 6. Okay, and that should be a final answer. That's it for this video. I will be back with another video. We'll talk about expansion of products of algebraic factors that involves a little more details. I'm going to do that in the next video. Thank you for watching.